Hi everyone and welcome to Evie's Toy House. Today we're going to be making a brand new My Little Pony custom. We're going to be making Star Swirl the Bearded. So Star Swirl the Bearded is a really powerful wizard. He is someone that Twilight Sparkle really looks up to and actually tried to help him escape in Season 7. I think he's a really cool character. So we're going to have a lot of fun making this custom. I'm going to be using DJ Pawn 3. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take off the hair. So we don't need the hair at all, so I'm going to cut off the mane and also the tail. Now we're going to remove the stubble of hair up here. So I'm going to remove the head. And as you can see here with this pony, the neck plug actually came out. So that means I don't have to cut it. So using my long nose pliers, I'm just going to reach in and grab the hair and pull it out. As you can see, the hair is now all gone and the head's almost ready. The next thing we're going to do is take some acetone and take off DJ Pawn 3's glasses. And we're also going to take off the cutie mark. I don't think that really matters because we're going to paint over it anyhow, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now we're going to paint the pony entirely in gray. And I'm going to use a light gray color. It seems like this one is a little bit too dark. So I'm going to lighten it up with some white and paint over it again. Now that the pony is much lighter, we're going to draw in the eyes. So I'm just using white here and we're drawing a large circle. And we're going to try to make sure that they're even on both sides. Once the white is done, I'm going to layer the blue irises on top. And finally, we're going to add the black pupils. And then line the eyes on top with black. Since Star Swirl is an older pony, I'm going to draw these lines underneath his eyes to give him some bags. And of course we're going to dot his eyes with white. Now that the pony is ready, we're going to make his outfit. So we're going to start with his hat. I have a flat piece of clay here and we're going to cut a circle. And then we're going to make some space for his ears. For the cone part, I have another piece of clay and we're going to roll it up into a cone. We're going to bend the tip down and then trim it a little bit. Then I'm going to blend it into the bottom part of the hat. For the cape, I have a larger piece of clay and we're just going to cut it out into the shape of a cloak. And after we put it on the pony, we're going to measure it and trim it a little bit. Now for the accessories. So there are a number of bells that's on his outfit. So I'm using some yellow clay, this way I don't have to paint it. And we're just going to cut out little pieces here and roll them into balls. We're going to have 6 large balls, 6 medium balls, and 1 extra large ball. Before we bake it, I'm going to score an X on it. So I'm just going to take my knife and kind of cut little X's on it. Now that the hat and the cape is baked, we're going to start painting them. For the cape, I'm going to start with the lighter blue first. So this is just a blue color. We're going to paint it on the top portion and the bottom portion of the cape. On the front, I'm going to paint the little ribbon that holds his cape together, purple. Before we paint the darker blue, I'm going to paint the stars and moon first. So using yellow, I'm going to paint that in. Then we're going to take the dark blue color and outline it. This way it'll be easier to paint it with the larger brush afterwards. Alright, now we're ready to use the larger brush and paint the rest of the cape dark blue. I'm going to paint the bottom portion of the hat blue. And also the tip part. I'm going to add a purple band. Using yellow, I'm going to paint the crescent moons and the star. Then I'm going to paint the rest of the hat dark blue. Finally, for the outfit, we're going to add the bells. So I'm going to put some glue down first, and then we're just going to put the bells right on top. We're also going to do this for the hat. Next, I'm going to add the hair. So I have some white acrylic yarn wefts. This is made with acrylic yarn that has been brushed out and straightened. You want to see how I did it? You can watch my Fluffle Puff video, which I show how it's done step by step. For Star Swirl, I'm actually going to take a few strands here and curl it. The way this is done is by taking a small strand. We're going to tape down one end to the sides of a paintbrush, and then we're going to curl it up. To make the curl hold, I'm going to be using my flat iron and heat up the hair. And now we can slide the hair out, and as you can see, it's curly. We're also going to color some parts of the hair, and this is going to be done using pastels. It's really easy. You just take it and kind of rub into the hair, and the hair will become colored. So we're going to color a few strands blue. So here are all the hair that I've created. I have some shorter pieces for the beard, the curly pieces for the mane, and the longer straight pieces for the tail. Let's start gluing them onto Star Swirl. So we're going to glue one layer on the bottom first. Then we're going to glue another layer, but this time upside down. Once it's dried, we can flip it down and it'll be a cleaner hairline. As you can see, the beard is a little bit long, so I'm just going to trim it with my scissors. And of course, right under the nose, we're going to put a little bit of a mustache. Now for the mane. So I'm just going to put some glue here on the back side, right behind the neck. And taking these curly pieces, I'm just going to stick them on the bottom here. I'm going to alternate between the white and the blue pieces. I'm going to do it on both sides. Finally, for the tail, I have a much longer strip here. We're going to put some glue and then we're going to roll it up. Once it's all rolled up, I'm going to stick it to the back of his cape. Alright everyone, we are finally done with Star Swirl the Bearded, and I think he turned out pretty fantastic. He was actually much more difficult to make than I initially thought, but here he is. So here is the front. As you can see, he has his beard. His beard is actually covering up his cape, so if you can see down here underneath his cape, he has these really bright gold buttons and a little purple strap holding his cape together. He has a tiny little mustache here. And he of course is wearing his wizard's hat. So his wizard's hat is very cool. It is blue and it is multiple colors and has these bells on it. So I put 6 bells in the back and 1 large bell here on the tip. Down here you can see his curly hair. So his hair is actually parted to both sides, so you can see it on both sides of his head. When his hat comes off, and it does come off, you can see that I left the hair only on the bottom. I didn't put it up here because the hat wouldn't sit very well, or it wouldn't sit close to his head if there was also hair over there. So we're just going to keep that hat on. Down here is his cape, and as you can see, it's really beautiful. I really love the lighter and darker blue tones together, and of course the stars and the moon. And down here, the best part is the bells. So look at the bells, I got 6 of them. So his tail is just a nice long one, and I did curl it and it's starting to fall out, but I did curl it down here on the bottom, so it looks really cool. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my Star Swirl the Bearded. And if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!